Okay, here's another video on how I completed the first section of boarding out my loft. Unfortunately I don't have a lot of video about how I did this because I only decided to start recording the project when I got onto the second section. So I'm kind of backtracking a little bit here. I'm just going to start with the still image that you see on your screens now. Just explain what the image is actually showing, so that it makes the rest of what I'm going to show you a bit more understandable. So in the background we have the chimney breast, and attached to the chimney breast is the party wall. This is the wall that sits between our property and our neighbours. On the party wall you can see the dark wooden purlin that is set into the wall. This is supported by the bricks at the far end. You'll also notice attached to the purlin is a lighter piece of wood that I've sistered underneath. This has been sistered to the purlin with M12 thread rod and bolts. This is because the purlin is sitting directly above the ceiling rafters. So there was no way to bring supports directly down, so we've had to offset the weight of the purlin by sistering it with another piece of wood of the same dimension. I also screwed through this piece of wood into each individual roof rafter. At the base of the chimney breast we have a 7x2 trimmer that is supporting 3 floor joists running towards the supporting wall. The reason we're using a trimmer here is that we're not allowed to put a wall plate onto a chimney breast and use it as a supporting structure. And finally, one last thing to note is on the back wall you can see a 6x2 wall plate that's anchored to the wall. These are what our floor joists are being hung off of. And I'll show you how this was done in just a moment. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, next up you can see 6 purlin upright supports. These are spaced 600mm apart each, and they sit on a pair of sistered floor joists that is resting on the supporting wall below this insulation. The sister joists are sitting on a packer, which is then sitting on the supporting wall. The supporting wall runs perpendicular to the direction of the sistered floor joists, which run all the way to the party wall. So they run all the way under these supports, all the way to the party wall, where you can see the double joist hanger at the end here. The joist hanger is attached to 2 wall plates. We've got the upper wall plate and then we've got the lower wall plate. Now the lower wall plate sits approximately 10mm above the ceiling rafter wall plate. This is to make sure that we're not putting any pressure on the ceiling below. You'll see on each wall plate that we've got some threaded rod and a nut. These are what are anchoring our wall plates to the wall. The threaded rod is a M12 threaded rod, and the lengths of rod that go into the wall are approximately 250mm long. As you can see, we've got the same threaded rod on the lower wall plate. There's one behind this area of boarding here, and another one at the end there. So here's the threaded rod we're using and the anchor adhesive. You can get this from most DIY or trade building stores. You simply drill the hole, inject the resin into the hole, and then push in the tie rods and let it set before attaching the wall plate. In the making of this loft, we obviously removed some diagonal struts that used to come down into the centre and go up to the other purlin, and also a collar tie that was horizontal across the loft. You can see in the background that the collar ties have now been moved to the upper third of the loft, and we've put in more than there was. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth one here. And last but not least, you may have noticed the white lining that's pinned up onto the rafters. This is simply a roofing rubber shield lining. It comes in metre or metre and a half length rolls, and this has just been stapled to the inside of the rafters. It should really be on the other side of the rafters between the tile and the rafter, but obviously we're not going to remove the tiles, and it's just been a really good way of keeping all the outside dirt from falling on what we have in the loft. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Please make sure you subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment.